There's one thing you can count on in a horror movie, it's that when you go to a cabin in the woods, bad things will happen. We've seen that play out over and over again, so this review is no different, but it's for a new movie where there's also a mental health angle involved that helps fill in some of the holes along the way, yet still leaves us confused by the end of the movie, just when you thought you had it all figured out. I'm Mr. Samhain, and this is Corner Room Creep Show. What's up, creeps? I'm back with a new episode today talking about an indie horror flick where a group of young people go to a cabin in the woods before a wedding, fight with each other for worst person in the movies, and end up dead meat in A&P Films' Slashlorette Party. Now, this sleazy yet relatively tame slasher flick with a bit of a twist started filming in 2019 and in 2020. Unfortunately, like so many movies, COVID happened, and that pretty much moved all movies to online instead of getting like the traditional film festival experience. Without the crowd, the mingling, and whatnot of a normal film festival atmosphere, there's something lost about not getting the more tangible hype of people going to festivals, seeing and hearing other people in person, and doing the traveling for the film at festivals. Slashlorette Party is one movie I think could have gained some more notoriety from getting a proper film festival run. What we have is a surprise bachelorette party at a secluded cabin turned into a joint bachelor and bachelorette party. What could go wrong there, especially when the groom, Dolph, played by Andrew Brown, is a total asshole, and the bride, Bree, played by Molly Souza, has already written out a letter why she wants out of the wedding. Bree's been seeing a therapist played by porn star turned genre actress Ginger Lynn for her issues with sex, including not wanting to marry Dolph. Bree's fiance Dolph, played by Andrew Brown, who until this had only done a couple shorts, is the fucking douche of douchebags. It doesn't totally work for me that he isn't the typical type you'd expect to see as the piece of shit boyfriend or husband. I think more like a Carmine from The Godfather, or even Trey from Freddy vs. Jason. I'm probably not allowed to even put those two movies in the same sentence. It happened. But Andrew definitely goes hard with his dialogue as Dolph and realistically piece of shit dudes come in all shapes, sizes, and looks. Most of the cast are playing vapid, cliche characters with a few exceptions, but the dialogue and banter is amusing, especially the guys and girls' separate conversations about hooking up. But this is a horror movie, not a reality show, so of course the tension, cattiness, secrets, and debauchery eventually descends into horror as two masked killers show up on the scene, their identities painfully obvious from the get-go. Their backstory, though, is a bit surprising, and the reveal is hilarious. Once again, Drew Marvick, the director of Pool Party Massacre, just being himself. The bodies then stack up pretty quickly after. Paul and Angie are a couple and have been making movies together since 2013's teacher-turned-killer movie Cinco de Mayo, doing all the writing, editing, producing, and directing for their films. Since then, they've made Streets of Vengeance, a revenge movie, short Nighttime Creatures, and now Slashlorette Party. All done with a very limited budget and using a lot of inexperienced actors to round out their cast, and also a little bit of crowdfunding to help them get the job done. Slashlorette Party is low-budget indie, so that comes with some rough edges. There's funny dialogue that's stapled to some terrible characters that are played by people who have never acted. But I feel like everyone did fine for what this is. Ginger Lynn was reaching a bit at one point, but I'm sure she had fun in her role that's a bit bigger and more serious than her very bit parts in Rob Zombie flicks or all her previous work. The killers also show up with foam weapons. At least I feel like most people could tell they aren't real. Hey, I even got the same model from Trick or Treat Studios right here. Same as the plastic face guys. There's boobs, butts, blood, and beats. Impromptu girl-on-girl makeout scene. Ginger Lynn Allen, strippers in a shower. A silly-ass scene with a male stripper agency. A surprise twist. and Drew Marvick being awkward Drew Marvick. So, like, what more could you want? I give Slashlorette Party 3 stars. So hit up A&P Films for a copy yourself. And then also check out their other stuff like Streets of Vengeance and Cinco de Mayo. Well, that's it again for Corner Room Creep Show. Until the next time, I'm Mr. Samhain saying, watch something new for a change. I'll see you then.